Okay, governing your swing. How do you kind of control yourself? Some people say, Martin, I can't slow down. I'll say, come on, you can do this. For one, we want to understand that if we have some structure in our arms, get those arms in front of you, get your good hands on there, and notice my stance. My stance is a little bit more narrow when I hit these shots. It's not a complete wide stance because I don't have the same dynamics, the same momentum that takes me to a finish. When I'm governing my swing, hitting those shots that are less than full, the creative iron shots to really score when conditions get interesting, the stance will be a little bit narrow. Those arms are up in front of me. So I'm going to hit a little shot here. I have 125 in mind. So I'm going to feel the size of my swing kind of chest high to chest high. And it's not just an arm swing, it's a pivot that helps drive that arm swing, but you have to have those numbers in mind. And if you have the benefit of having a quad right in front of you to quickly look at the display and get those numbers, that's amazing. So there's my measure, there's my number, my feel over the golf ball. Let's hit a little shot, 125. That felt quite nice. I'm going to say that's a couple yards short. Let's look at the data here. So my path was good, it was inside out, 0.6. My carry was 111, so you know what? If I was going for 125 carry, that's 14 yards short. I'd be short of the green, maybe just on the front, facing a long putt. It felt pretty good. You know, I made a nice little swing, but I didn't have the speed governed the way I want to. You know why? It's tricky, people. You have to learn how to hit these shots. And you say, well, Martin, if you're only going to carry at 115, why don't you just nuke a wedge? Believe me, you've got to develop. You want to get really good? Develop your skills, growing your speeds and hitting some shots a little bit at the rate you want to. So let's come back, and what I would say is I would go from choosing a speed less than full and then go ahead and hit a full one. So I'm going to go back to something that's in the neighborhood of just over 150 carry, a comfortably full one for me. That's a nice strike on my target line. I quite like that. Club head speed went back up to 87, 151 carry. That's what I expected. A nice centered strike. Now let's go for 135. Again, watch the stance width. Stance width is going to get a little narrower. We'll go into a swing that isn't quite as full. 135. Get a sense for the size of that, how much pivot you need to do that. Notice the structured arms. Let's go for 135 as though I'm hitting it into a fairly brisk headwind. And that felt really nice, and I quite like that. Let's see what kind of numbers we got there. So that was 132.6 yards, so I quite like that. So what you can learn from there, be an artist. Don't just smash iron shots. You're gonna have your full, no doubt about it, but start to graduate it. Hit your full shot, choose a number, go for it, see how you do. If you have something that measures like a quad, perfect. If not, maybe you have a rangefinder and you can select some targets out there, but grow your awareness, narrow your stance, have structure in your arms, collect that golf ball and see if you can ladder those shots out there, because there will be times when the wind's up, a variety of things could be affecting you, rain, wind, just how you feel, where you're going to want to keep the golf ball down a little bit. And those off-speed shots, keep the ball down, keep the ball in control. You're going to score and play better golf.